MGM UA Home Video proudly welcomes you to explore the extraordinary entertainment available to you on Laserdisc. For the next hour, we'll be giving you a taste of the exceptional versatility of the new Laserdisc technology. Now, for the first time, hundreds of motion pictures can be seen at home with dramatically improved picture and sound quality. So fasten your seatbelts and enjoy some Laserdisc highlights from MGM UA. MGM UA's laser releases offer a multitude of extras that take full advantage of the capabilities your Laserdisc player offers. Most MGM UA Laserdiscs are encoded with chapter markers that enable you to quickly access various sequences of the program at the push of a button. For example, Gone with the Wind is encoded with over 100 chapter markers, allowing you to easily skip from the barbecue at 12 Oaks to the burning of Atlanta. Some of our releases are in the standard play, or CAV format, enabling the viewer to utilize the still frame, multi-speed, and scan functions with breathtaking quality. Since the early 50s, many films have been shot in various widescreen processes, such as CinemaScope and Panavision. Until now, viewing these films on television removed almost half the original image from the home screen. However, MGM's deluxe letterbox editions now present widescreen films in their original form. Compare the chariot race sequence from Ben-HUR as it looked with its sides cut off, and now as it looks in letterbox. The unique multi-channel functions of the Wizard of Oz Laserdisc allow you to choose Channel 1 with the standard soundtrack, or Channel 2 with the music and sound effects track. For example, play this scene on Channel 1, then again on Channel 2. Additionally, the digital technology of Laserdisc offers CD-quality stereophonic sound. Film buffs will enjoy the special extras included on many MGM UA discs, including short subjects relevant to the feature. This early Judy Garland short is found on the Babes on Broadway disc. Preview trailers, as seen in theaters, are also found on several titles. Featurettes with a special relation to the picture are also included on certain releases. As a special bonus, rare outtakes of the film can be seen as well. And now, take a look at just a sample of the many outstanding Laserdiscs available from MGM UA Home Video. Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis star as friends on vacation who end up becoming fugitives from the law in the controversial Thelma and Louise.
You said Jimmy was going to get out of town and for once just really let our hair down? Well, darling, look out, because my hair is coming down.
Hey! Deborah! Hit me!
You let her go, or I'm going to splatter your ugly face all over this nice car.
I don't know why I just didn't go to the police right away.
Nobody'd believe us. We'd still get in trouble. We'd still have our lives ruined. At least now I'm having some fun. We think you should apologize.
Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
Oh, off of TV.
When an ex-hockey player from the wrong side of the tracks teams up with a rich ice princess, the result is one of the most exciting pairs on skates. Moira Kelly and D.B. Sweeney star in The Cutting Edge.
This is Dorsey, Mr. Douglas Dorsey.
Never heard of him.
Douglas is beautiful skater.
Oh, you're that hockey player.
Pick up.
I told you this was ridiculous. Would you please put me down?
Guess that move needs some work.
1988's Best Picture and winner of 4 Academy Awards. Dustin Hoffman and Tom Cruise star in Rain Man.
Dad lets me drive slow on the driveway every Saturday. Of course, the seats were originally brown leather. Now they're pitiful red.
You know this car?
I know this car.
Bruner. Who is this guy?
We dismissed him.
Raymond is your brother.
My brother? I don't have a brother.
Well, Raymond has a problem communicating and learning. He can't even express himself.
How much is 4,343 times 1,234?
5359262.
He's a genius.
That's right.
You watching that?
Yeah.
You seeing that, Ray? You catching that?
Yeah.
What do I have left?
2 jacks, 1 8, 1 king, 1 6.
Cher. Her Oscar-winning performance in Moonstruck is already a modern classic, co-starring Nicolas Cage and Olympia Dukakis.
Will you marry me?
Yes, John Anthony Camerari, I will marry you. I will be your wife.
My mother is dying.
You know, I want a whole wedding or we'll have bad luck. And for a whole wedding to be planned, you got to set a date.
All right, a month.
I'll take care of it, Johnny. I'll take care of the whole thing. All you got to do is show up.
Do you love him, Loretta?
No.
Good. When you love them, they drive you crazy.
Why are you marrying Johnny? He's a fool.
Because I have no luck. Where are you taking me?
To the bed.
Oh, God. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Take me to the bed. I don't care about anything.
I lost.
What's in the pot?
A cousin.
Now available in a Director's CAV Special Edition boxed set, Benny and June stars Johnny Depp, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Aidan Quinn in a romance on the brink of reality.
What the hell is he doing?
Mashed potatoes.
This is his chance to do something, be somebody.
He is somebody.
All we did was make love.
In handcuffs.
Tantalizing superstar Madonna and Willem Dafoe scorch up the screen in the most erotic murder mystery of the 90s, Body of Evidence.
There's nothing wrong with admitting that you want me, Frank.
Rebecca Carlson is not on trial for her sexual tastes. She is being tried for murder.
I'm hard to resist.
Robert De Niro gives a knockout, Oscar-winning performance as prizefighter Jake LaMotta in Martin Scorsese's riveting classic, Raging Bull.
I got these small hands. I got like little girl's hands. No matter how big I get, no matter who I fight, no matter what I do, I ain't never gonna get a chance to fight the best there is. And you know something? I'm better than him.
You can ask me to leave.
I don't want you to leave.
Mickey Rourke and Kim Basinger push sexual passion beyond the limits in the sensuously adventurous 9.5 Weeks.
I mean, we hardly know each other. I mean, I don't know you. You really don't know me. Just, you and me.
When it comes to comedy, MGM UA offers a wide selection of gems on Laserdisc that are guaranteed to leave you laughing.
Say, there's a slight misunderstanding here. I said the girls had to work fast, not your friend.
He's still asleep.
You know, he does better asleep than I do awake.
Winner of 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Woody Allen stars with Diane Keaton in the unforgettable Annie Hall.
Let's face it, you know, I don't think our relationship is working.
I know. A relationship, I think, is like a shark. You know, it has to constantly move forward or it dies. And I think what we got on our hands is a dead shark. I miss Annie. I made a terrible mistake.
She's living in Los Angeles with Tony Lacey.
Oh, yeah? Well, if she is, then the hell with her. If she likes that lifestyle, let her live there. How much is this stuff inside?
That's about $2,000 an ounce.
God. Really? And what is the kick of it, which I never...
Photographed in glistening black and white against a background of Gershwin melodies, this is Woody Allen's Manhattan.
Well, I'm old-fashioned. I don't believe in extramarital relationships. I think people should mate for life, like pigeons or Catholics.
You think you're God?
I gotta model myself after someone.
Well, you just can't live the way you do, you know? It's all so perfect.
You know, it's very important to have some kind of personal integrity. You know, I'll be hanging in a classroom one day, and I want to make sure when I thin out that I'm well thought of.
Winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, Shirley MacLaine and Jack Lemmon star in Billy Wilder's The Apartment.
My name is C.C. Baxter, C for Calvin, C for Clifford, however most people call me Bud. I've been with Consolidated for 3 years and 10 months, and my take-home pay is $94.70 a week.
Whose apartment is this, anyway?
What's the difference? Some schnook that works in the office.
Tell me, Baxter, just what is it that makes you so popular?
I don't know.
Think. There's going to be a shift in personnel around here next month. As far as I'm concerned, you are executive material.
Oh, I have something I think belongs to you.
Me?
I mean, the young lady, whoever she may be. It was on my couch when I got back last night.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
The mirror is broken. It was broken when I found it. You don't think it's tilted a little too much? I mean, after all, this is a conservative firm. I don't want people to think I'm an entertainer.
Marilyn Monroe, Jack Lemmon, and Tony Curtis star in another Billy Wilder classic, Some Like It Hot.
What are you afraid of? Nobody's asking you to have a baby. This is just to get us out of town. Once we get to Florida, we'll blow this whole set up.
I wanna be loved by you.
Here are Katharine Hepburn as the Society Princess, Cary Grant as the debonair aristocrat, and James Stewart in his Academy Award-winning performance as the reporter in The Philadelphia Story.
Are you still in love with her? Or perhaps you consider that a very personal question.
Not at all.
Liz thinks you are.
Sometimes for your own sake, Red, I think you should have stuck to me longer.
I thought it was for life, but the nice judge gave me a full pardon.
Ah, that's the old redhead. No bitterness, no recrimination. Just a good swift left to the jaw.
It's a comedy of epic proportions with the largest cast of comedians ever assembled. It's director Stanley Kramer's It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
There's all this dough, 350 G's.
Every man for himself.
So be a happy fellow, be a clown boy, and mellow. Get off the shelf and enjoy yourself. It's a mad, 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 mad. It's a mad,
Mickey Rourke, Kevin Bacon, Steve Guttenberg, and Ellen Barkin lead an ensemble cast in Diner.
When you want to make out, who do you make out to? Sinatra or Mathis?
That's a stupid question.
One question, answer that.
It's irrelevant. I won't answer it. Mathis.
What about you, Shreves? I'm married. We don't make out.
You're a virgin, aren't you?
Technically.
You got a lot to learn.
Richard Dreyfuss won Oscar honors opposite Marsha Mason in Neil Simon's The Goodbye Girl.
Make it fast. My husband is sleeping.
Hi, I think there's been some kind of mistake. I sublet this apartment from this friend of mine, Tony DeForest.
5 minutes.
Now, I happen to have a lawyer acquaintance downtown. Now, all I gotta do is call this lawyer acquaintance of mine.
Oh.
Whoa, what?
An actor. Another goddamn actor.
I think he's kind of cute. He reminds me of a dog that nobody wants.
You are never to think he's cute. Never.
Have you read the Times?
Oh, can I get you a cup of coffee? What are you doing?
The Times said Elliot Garfield researched Richard III and discovered him to be England's first badly dressed interior decorator.
Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn take their differences to court in the timelessly appealing Battle of the Sexes,
Don't you want your rub down?
Adam's Rib.
Want a drink? You want any? What, honey? Ow! Hello.
Everyone's favorite funny detective series continues with a new generation of comedic mayhem. Roberto Benigni, Herbert Lom, and Claudia Cardinal play for laughs in Son of the Pink Panther.
I am an officer of the law.
When it comes to action, adventure, and science fiction, MGM lasers can't be beat, and nobody does it better than James Bond. The enormous success of the James Bond films over the years is a tribute to the formula of beautiful women, wonderful gadgets and special effects, diabolical bad guys, and that cool, suave super agent himself, 007, James Bond.
Do you expect me to talk?
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
Sean Connery, the original James Bond, set the standard in such classic exploits of wit and daring as Goldfinger and Thunderball. Roger Moore, the suavest of the 007s, takes Her Majesty's Secret Service to new heights in one breathtaking adventure after another, as shown in Moonraker and For Your Eyes Only.
If only I could find a real man.
The newest Bond on the block, Timothy Dalton, continues the tradition of the perfect super agent in The Living Daylights. Lee Marvin leads an all-star cast in one of the biggest box office successes of all time, The Dirty Dozen.
You will select 12 general prisoners convicted and sentenced to death or to long terms of imprisonment for murder, rape, robbery, and/or other crimes of violence and so forth. Train and qualify these prisoners in as much of the business of behind-the-lines operations as they can absorb in a brief but unspecified time.
Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, and Yul Brynner star in a moving portrayal of Western gunmen at the end of the West, The Magnificent Seven.
You hear that? We're trapped! All 40 of us, by these three.
Solving your problems isn't our line.
We deal in lead, friend.
The legendary John Wayne dukes it out with Montgomery Clift in one of the best westerns ever made, Red River.
All right, anybody else? I don't like quitters, especially when they're not good enough to finish what they start.
John Wayne produced, directed, and starred in this chronicle of one of the most famous battles in American history, the Alamo.
That you came to Texas to fight with us.
Don't tell my Tennesseans that. They think we came south to hunt and get drunk.
The greatest Western epic of all time. A huge star-studded cast brings the settling of the West excitingly to life in How the West Was Won.
You know there's gold going out here every month or so. There hasn't been a train robbery since Jesse James was killed.
The film that made Clint Eastwood a star. Sergio Leone's A Fistful of Dollars.
Get 3 coffins ready.
Huh?
I don't think it's nice, you laughing. My mistake. 4 coffins.
Clint stars again in this Civil War tale of bounty hunters and buried treasure. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
We condemn him to be hung by the neck until dead. May the Lord have mercy on his soul. Proceed.
I'm going to tell you something. When that rope starts to pull tight, you can feel the devil bite your ass.
Yeah, you're right. It's getting tougher.
Stanley Kubrick's timeless classic, 2001, A Space Odyssey, considered by many to be the best science fiction movie of all time, is now available in a special, digitally remastered 25th anniversary edition. Producer Steven Spielberg weaves a chilling tale of supernatural horror in the original Poltergeist.
The determination as to whether your home is haunted is not very easy. What I meant to say was that...
I don't know what hovers over this house, but it was strong enough to punch a hole into this world, take your dog away from you.
Welcome to the world of classic animation, where everything is hilarious and nothing makes sense. The outstanding success of the golden age of Looney Tunes on Laserdisc has proven the enormous popularity of these classic cartoons with viewers of all ages.
You're right!
Featuring Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and a host of all the favorite Looney Tune characters. Each volume contains 70 cartoon classics from such esteemed directors as Tex Avery, Chuck Jones, and Friz Freleng.
I'm not crazy. I just don't give a darn.
Suffering succotash.
Say, wise guy. Oh, yeah? Yeah!
Hey, look at this.
Look at this.
There's a friend.
There's a friend.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Red.
Red.
Blue.
Blue.
Flop.
Drop.
Flip.
Skip.
Flop.
Flop.
Put on your own green
When you see Leo the Lion at the beginning of a musical, you know you're in for the very best. Here's a small sample of our over 60 musical titles available. Widely regarded as one of the best musicals of all time, Gene Kelly, Debbie Reynolds, and Donald O'Connor. Singin' in the Rain.
What a glorious feeling, we're happy again.
Well, we movie stars get the glory. I guess we have to take the little heartaches that go with it.
Mr. Brown, do you really think you could get me in the movies?
Oh, I should think so.
Now, wait a second, Mr. Simpson. Talking pictures. I think you should wait
Every studio is jumping on the bandwagon, Dexter. All the theaters are putting in sound equipment. We don't want to be left out of it.
Why don't you?
What?
Make a musical.
A musical? Sure. Make a musical. The new Don Lockwood. He yodels. He jumps about to music.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again.
Gene Kelly partners newcomer Leslie Caron to a Gershwin score in the Oscar-winning An American in Paris.
You certainly not without your nerve.
Now, don't get angry. This was perfectly harmless. I haven't been able to take my eyes off you since I walked into this smoke factory.
I only let you do this because I didn't want to make a disturbance.
Winner of 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Lerner and Lowe's enchanting Gigi.
Love, my dear Gigi, is a thing of beauty, like a work of art. And like a work of art, it is created by artists. The greater the artist, the greater the art.
Thank heaven for little girls. Thank heaven for them all, no matter where, no matter who. Without them, what would little boys do? Thank heaven for little girls.
Come join Nanette Fabre, Oscar Levant, Fred Astaire, and Sid Charisse aboard director Vincent Minnelli's The Bandwagon.
The night that curtain goes up, it'll go up on a smash hit.
I guess I'll have to change my plan. I should have realized there'd be another man.
I'm here with all the kids, and we've come to a decision. We're not closing this show. We're going to redo it from top to bottom. It'll be our show, the show we started out to do, the book the Martins wrote, with the songs you threw out. It'll have laughs and entertainment.
Revisit the beginning of the golden days of the silver screen, when movies first learned to talk
Well, I'd have to think about that.
and sing and dance. These rare movie treasures from the dawn of sound are gems of movie making, from a time when new stars were discovered and Hollywood found its voice.
Did you ever see somebody who could love somebody much as I love you?
MGM first gave the world more stars than there are in the heavens, in the spirited Hollywood Review of 1929.
Now get out of there, Bessie. That's where I keep my money.
My foot's stuck on a $20 bill.
Can't be my coat.
The Oscar-winning Broadway melody captures the glitter and high hopes of the Great White Way.
He's a boy, just a great big happy town. Oh, gee, oh, joy, he's a boyfriend.
Welcome to the rhythmic, kaleidoscopic splendor of the BUSBY Berkeley disc. An exclusive Laserdisc collection of over 20 song and dance spectaculars. Show-stopping numbers from 42nd Street
On the avenue, I'm taking you to 42nd Street.
to Footlight Parade
By a waterfall, I'm calling you.
and the Gold Diggers of 1933.
We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along.
That showcase Busby Berkeley's unforgettable contribution to the motion picture art form. It's a non-stop Berkeley musical marathon, sure to be a treasured part of any movie lover's library. James Cagney, in his Oscar-winning performance as George M. Cohan, in the all-time favorite, Yankee Doodle Dandy.
I'm a Yankee Doodle dandy, Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July.
He's a Yankee Doodle dandy, a Yankee Doodle do or die. A real live nephew of his Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July.
The legendary Judy Garland falls in love with the boy next door in Vincent Minnelli's Meet Me in St. Louis.
Meet me in St. Louis, Louis, meet me at the fair.
That's so. The fair won't open for 7 months. That's all everybody sings about or talks about.
Clang, clang, clang went the trolley. Ding, ding, ding went the bell. Zing, zing, zing went my heartstrings. From the moment I saw him, I fell.
Judy co-stars with Fred Astaire and Ann Miller in Irving Berlin's Easter Parade.
You're the most wonderful dancer I've ever seen. You could get anybody to dance with you. You could get the very best.
I don't want the very best. I want you.
You're going to be late, you know.
Late?
For the Easter parade. We had a date. Remember?
On the avenue, Fifth Avenue, the photographers will snap us, and you find that you're in the rotogravure.
Judy Garland gives a dramatic and musical tour de force in her final film, I Could Go On Singing.
You promised. They're waiting. There's George and
George
Ida
and
and
Ida,
200,000.
200,000. I know.
Sure.
I know. Just let them wait. To hell with them.
I must vocalize till you shout. Enough already.
I can do whatever I damn well please with myself, and nobody can ask any
Now,
questions.
you know that is not true, don't you?
Well, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Fred Astaire and Sid Charisse musicalized Ninotchka to Cole Porter in Silk Stockings.
In Russia, when someone wants someone, he says, you, come here.
Oh, you mad romantic Russians. I love the looks of you, the lure of you. I'd love to make a tour of you.
Gene Kelly and Sid Charisse capture the breathtaking beauty of 18th century Scotland in Lerner and Lowe's Brigadoon.
200 years ago, the Highlands of Scotland were plagued with witches. They were indeed horrible, destructive women. I don't suppose you have such women in your country.
Witches?
Oh, we have them. We pronounce it differently.
Jane Powell and Howard Keel are the singing stars in the exuberant 7 Brides for 7 Brothers.
There's 7 of us men, me and my 6 brothers. Place is like a pigsty, and the food tastes worse. So I made up my mind. Next time I come into town to trade, I'm gonna bring me back a wife.
Debbie Reynolds in her Oscar-nominated performance as the unsinkable Molly Brown.
Find yourself a good man. A good Irish Catholic.
Well, if he's gonna crawl in next to me, he's gonna have to be the richest Irish Catholic next to the Pope.
Belly up to the bar, boys. Better loosen your belts. Only drink when you're all alone or with somebody else.
Frank Sinatra, Grace Kelly, Bing Crosby, and Louis Armstrong give us the lowdown on the high life to Cole Porter's music in High Society.
We sing, we sing. Don't take that kind of crooning, chum.
You must be one of the newer fellas.
Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein II provide the timeless score as Ava Gardner, Howard Keel, and Katherine Grayson star in the Technicolor spectacular Showboat.
To tell the truth,
Winner of 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Natalie Wood, Richard Beymer, George Chakiris, and Rita Moreno star in the incomparable West Side Story.
tonight, tonight, I'll see my love tonight, and for us stars will stop where they are.
I feel stunning and entrancing, feel like running and dancing for joy, for I'm loved by your pretty, wonderful boy.
Cool! Go! Crazy! Cool! Go! Crazy! Go!
Robert Morse stars as the ambitious young window washer who climbs the ladder of success by the book in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying.
You know, in a business relationship.
You're cute.
Excuse me a moment.
Choosing a secretary can be fraught with peril. Take a good look at the young lady who has been assigned to you.
A secretary is not a thing, wound by keys, pulled by string. Her plan is to write in and not spend the night in.
One of the most successful screen musicals of all time, Fiddler on the Roof.
A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no?
If I were a rich man, all day long I pity-pity-bum. If I were a wealthy man.
When shall we make the wedding?
Thank you, Papa. Oh, Reb Tevye.
Without our traditions, our lives would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro fall in love during the big band era in Martin Scorsese's New York, New York, now available in a Director's CAV Special Edition boxed set.
I love you. Will you marry me? You like that?
Yeah, I really like that.
It was a lot better that way.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
The king of rock and roll takes Anne Margaret for a song-filled romp through the world of Grand Prix racing in the most popular of all Elvis Presley's films, Viva Las Vegas.
Would you stop being a father and get the girl out of here before she louses up the whole race?
Viva Las Vegas!
Well, what do you think of it?
Take a magical ride into the enchanting world of musical fantasy with Dick Van Dyke and one very special car.
Daddy, you're so clever.
Oh, yes.
Can we go?
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang. Oh, you pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. And in chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, what we'll do.
Julie Andrews, James Garner, and Robert Preston light up the screen in Blake Edwards' hilarious sex comedy, Victor Victoria.
Victoria, it will work.
Oh, Toddy, it will
If you
not.
listen to me and do exactly as I say, in 6 weeks you'll be the toast of Paris, and we will both be very rich.
Oh.
You're Count Krasinski, Polish aristocrat. You speak very little English. Your family disowned you when they discovered you were gay.
When you play me the jazz, ha, baby, you're holding my soul together.
A woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman?
Ridiculous.
It's preposterous.
It's a god.
Perhaps the world's most beloved motion picture. Judy Garland takes a magical trip over the rainbow in The Wizard of Oz.
Ruby slippers, what have you done with them? Give them back to me or I'll... It's too late. There they are, and there they'll stay. I'll get you, my pretty.
Why don't you come along with us? We're on our way to see the wizard now, to get him a heart.
And him a brain.
I'm sure he could give you some courage.
Oh, we're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Take your army to the haunted forest and bring me that girl and her dog. How about a little fire, Scarecrow? Go through that water! You cursed brat! Look what you've done! I'm melting!
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
MGM UA offers a peerless collection of classic films that belong in every laser library. Humphrey Bogart is the cynical nightclub owner, and Ingrid Bergman is his former lover in the legendary Casablanca.
What is your nationality? I'm a drunkard.
Rick is completely neutral about everything, and that takes in the field of women, too.
Leave him alone, Miss Elsa. You bad luck to him.
Play it once, Sam. For all time's sake.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. Ilsa, I'm no good at being noble, but it doesn't take much to see that the problems of three little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Here's looking at you, kid.
Bogey plays Detective Sam Spade with Mary Astor, Peter Lorre, and Sidney Greenstreet in The Maltese Falcon.
See, Mr. Spade, I'm trying to recover ornament that, shall we say, has been mislaid. Black figure of a bird. I am prepared to pay on behalf of the figure's rightful owner the sum of $5,000 for its recovery.
$5,000 is a lot of money.
No questions will be asked.
There you are.
Oh, after 17 years.
English ship off the starboard bow!
Set sail for the most exciting swashbuckling adventure of all time, with Errol Flynn as the Seahawk.
Very well, Mr. Pitt. Show them how to lower those colors. Gunners ready for a broadside. Primed and ready to... Your ship's sinking, Captain. Then we shall drown together.
Accept by my hand the homage of your country and the gratitude of its queen.
Bette Davis won her 4th Oscar nomination as the tragic heiress in the classic Dark Victory.
going to die.
I don't believe it. It isn't the extraordinary surgeon.
I've been trying to see you.
When I need a doctor, I'll send for one. I'm not in your care any longer.
You'll always be in my care.
I hate you for not telling me the truth. I hate you for letting me hurl myself at your head. I'm so ashamed.
Davis again stars opposite the suave Paul Henri as the tortured spinster who finds love in Now Voyager.
Allow me to introduce Mr. Lawrence.
How do you do?
Would you be so kind as to share your carriage with this gentleman?
Would you excuse me long enough to send a cable? I promised my wife.
Of course.
If I were free, there would be only one thing I want to do. Prove you're not immune to happiness. My darling, you are crying.
Oh, I'm such a fool. Such an old fool.
Norma Shearer, Joan Crawford, and Rosalind Russell make screen history in Claire Booth Luce's acclaimed comedy, The Women.
Yes, darling, I'll meet you on our corner in 5 minutes. Goodbye. Say, can you beat him? He almost stood me up for his wife. Because I know Stephen couldn't love a girl like you. Well, if he couldn't, he's an awfully good actor.
Oh, you can't trust any man. That's all they want.
What else have we got to give?
But then how much did he settle on you?
I made Howard pay for what he wants. You made him pay for what he doesn't want.
Why, you filthy...
More words than you do.
You better get down. Tell me the rules on that. Don't you dare strike me. I got glasses on.
No, you haven't.
Say, listen. I've worked too hard to land this meal ticket to make any false moves now.
I deserted him.
Well, sure you did. You don't think he wants to be in the grip of that red-headed octopus, do you?
Crawford won an Academy Award for her portrayal of Mildred Pierce.
I didn't mean to bust in like this.
That's all right. This is, my husband, Mr. Berrigan, Monty Berrigan.
I've heard a lot of things about you, Mr. Berrigan. Nice things, I hope.
You're making a mistake, Miller. This Berrigan is no good. He'll bleed you dry.
Suppose I'm in love with him.
Mildred.
Joan Crawford has a way with a song, and her way with every man she meets, in the music-filled melodrama Torch Song.
First time I ever sang, I fell in love with the audience. I've been in love with the audience ever since. I'm going to give them the best that's in me. No matter who, what, or when tries to stop me.
As the quintessential Tarzan and Jane, Johnny Weissmuller and Maureen O'Sullivan ruled the jungle in one of the most popular series ever.
Jane, sorry.
I've never been so happy.
4 of the 6 available Tarzan adventures are included in the Tarzan Collection box set. Among them, Tarzan Escapes.
Hey!
Please.
In Tarzan's New York adventure, the Lord of the Jungle finds himself on the streets of Manhattan.
Jane, say go.
Yes, darling.
Tarzan, go.
Before the rating system, before censorship, some of cinema's most sizzling stars appeared in roles so shocking, they had to create the National Legion of Decency. This was the age of Forbidden Hollywood. Among a dozen available forbidden films that teased the audiences of the 30s, 8 are included in the Forbidden Hollywood Collection box set. Here's just a sample. In a fun-filled, risque romp, Ruth Chatterton plays a wealthy CEO who's completely female.
For some women, men are a household necessity. Myself, I'd rather have a canary.
Barbara Stanwyck leaves a trail of discarded men as she moves from rags to riches in Babyface.
Have you had any experience?
Plenty.
Freaks. Todd Browning's tale of terror and revenge among circus sideshow stars is a masterpiece of the grotesque, earning it the status of a cult horror classic. Cary Grant and Ava Marie Saint in Alfred Hitchcock's sweeping tale of intrigue and romance, North by Northwest.
And what the devil is all this about? Why was I brought here?
Cheers.
Do you know this man? Look!
Apparently, the poor sucker got mistaken for George Kaplan.
How can he get mistaken for George Kaplan when George Kaplan doesn't even exist?
For most of us, the only true Robin Hood is still Errol Flynn. Join him and his merry men in the adventures of Robin Hood.
Men, if you're willing to fight for our people, I want you. Are you with me? You'll hang for this, all of you.
Hanging would be a small price to pay for the company of such a charming lady.
What can a Saxon hedge robber know of charm? Or ladies?
She means you. Me, a hedge robber?
You're a strange man.
Strange? Because I can feel for beaten, helpless people?
No, you're strange because you want to do something about it.
From this moment forward, I, John, am King of England.
Aren't you a little premature, brother?
Richard, the Lionheart!
Kill him! Seize him!
Did I upset your plans? You've come to Nottingham once too often. When this is over, my friend, there'll be no need for me to come again.
Certain films transcend any other definition than epic. MGM UA's series of screen epics bring all the magnificence of cinema spectaculars into your home. Winner of 6 Academy Awards, David Lean's sweeping account of the Russian Revolution brings Omar Sharif and Julie Christie together in Dr. Zhivago.
Yuri, there's an extraordinary girl at this party.
I know. I'm dancing with her.
Get her out. Get her out. What happens to a girl like that when a man like you has finished with her?
Interested? I give it to you.
For the first time in over 24 years, you can see the original uncut version of James Michener's Hawaii.
I like you here. You stay Lahaina. She teach me right.
Ali Nui, I'm not assigned to your island. My mission is in Honolulu.
Where you go, I not care. Here, stay here.
The most honored of all Hollywood super spectaculars. Awarded 11 Oscars, including Best Picture. The most expensive movie of its day, with a cast of over 50,000 extras. Charlton Heston stars in the legendary Ben-Hur.
There is rebellion in the wind. It will be crushed.
You may conquer the land. You may slaughter the people. But that is not the end. We will rise again. It was an accident.
By what magic do you bear the name of a consul of Rome?
Condemned me to the galleys. When my ship was sunk, I saved the consul's life.
And finally, the most popular film of all time, David O. Selznick's definitive adaptation of Margaret Mitchell's Gone with the Wind. Vivian Leigh is the tempestuous Scarlett O'Hara. Clark Gable is the dashing Rhett Butler. The Old South comes to its knees in this 4-hour masterpiece, which is largely considered the greatest motion picture ever made. MGM UA's new laser edition has been specially restored in honor of the 50th anniversary of this all-time classic.
Someday I want you to say to me the words I heard you say to Ashley Wills. I love you.
That's something you'll never hear from me, Captain Butler, as long as you live.
Say you're going to marry me. Say yes. Say yes.
Yes.
Are you sure you meant it? You don't want to take it back?
No.
Well, that's just a taste of what awaits you on Laserdisc from MGM UA. Hundreds of titles from our library of over 4,000 films are already available, with more being added all the time. MGM UA's discs bring all the greatness of Hollywood right into your own home. And that's Laser Entertainment.
Nothing ever happens, nothing that I long for, nothing ever happens to me. Nothing that's inviting, nothing that's exciting. A change will